So I know I have been MIA, but I had to come back for Christmas in July. I have 5 easy Dollar Tree gingerbread DIYs. Actually, we have 4 gingerbread DIYs, and one is still Dollar Tree, but not exactly gingerbread, but it could be. But anyway, I will explain that later. So all of the DIYs in this video are super easy to do. You can do them all year long. You don't have to have anything in your stash. Just trust me. Hang on for a little bit. We are going to get through all of these. So this first one right here is a jumbo gingerbread cutout, and I simply traced this on some foam board. You are not going to find any gingerbread cutouts in stores at this moment, obviously, but you could easily cut this out using Dollar Tree foam board. You could use some cardstock or printer paper. You could print out a shape, and then you could just use that as a base and trace it out, or you can freehand it. I am not that great with freehanding, so I simply traced mine out. Then I gave it a coat of my favorite kind of paint. I do use apple barrel paints for this that I get from Walmart. They're just cheaper at Walmart, like 59, 69 cents, something like that. And then once it's all dry, I take some Mod Podge and paint it over that, because we're gonna glitter this up. If y'all have been around here, y'all already know your girl is a glitter queen. You know, I love me some glitter. So trust the process. I know it looks a hot mess right there, but trust me, it dries on clear and you will be left with this, a shimmery cookie. Now, I am terrible at drawing. Terrible. So if I could freehand a gingerbread face, you absolutely can too. The Mod Podge is dry, so of course I'm going to sprinkle in some glitter into the wet paint, because I can never seem to help myself. I will repeat the process on the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So to give the eyes a little bit more character, a little bit of shine, I did just put 2 little dots on the corner of each eye, and I added some black holographic glitter on the eyes and the mouth, and some chunky red glitter on the nose. I didn't plan on putting any glitter on the face because I already had it all over the body, but I couldn't help myself. And right here, I've got some jumbo candies I'm going to use for buttons. Now, obviously you're not going to find these in Hobby Lobby right now. This is where I got mine, but you can find fake candies on Amazon all year long. So if you need some, by all means, just go over there. They don't cost too much depending on how many you get. Really, I got a 100-something piece. I think it was 120 piece. We had a bunch of different types of candy in it for like $8. So really, it won't cost you too much if you need some. But of course, if you're a crafter like I am, you already have a stash. So just dig in the stash. Right here, I am using some puffy paint to add our icing accents. I'm actually using slick paint because I was out of my white puffy paint. It worked basically the same way, just to get those icing accents. And of course, the signature icing hair that I love to do. I'm obsessed with doing it ever since I saw Joanne Barandy do it. She is a YouTuber on here, super sweet. I saw her do it for the first time and I was like, okay, I'm obsessed. So now I always put the little icing hair on top. And once again, I had to add some glitter. Now with the hair, I like to add fake sprinkles first, which you can also get from Amazon. That's where I got mine. And then you add your glitter after, because if you add your glitter first, the sprinkles will not stick. You're gonna have to like press them into the wet paint. I can tell you this from experience. I learned that the hard way one time. It was annoying. So do your sprinkles first and then do your glitter after. And that was it for this. I did end up putting a little bow on them because, you know, I couldn't help myself. If you have some in your stash, by all means, go for it. But if not, don't even worry about it, because the candy was just as cute, but I'm just a little bit extra, so I couldn't help myself. I love this. Was in my kitchen during last Christmas. I cannot wait to start decorating for Thanksgiving. Where the hell did that come from? For Christmas. We're talking about Christmas here. I think Thanksgiving is just like feeling left out. It's like, hey, what about me, girl? Whatever. Anyway, I cannot wait to start decorating for Christmas. It is my favorite time of year. My friends and family, making angels in the sand, you ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. This next project is by far one of my top 2 favorites I've ever done. Number 1 is in this video, so hold tight, but check these out. These little gingerbread houses using gift boxes from Dollar Tree. These come in 2 different sizes, a shorter one and a taller one. I'm using the shorter one. I'm using this foam board, also from Dollar Tree, and I wanted mine to be offsets because I wanted to have like a little porch in the front, so I just traced it just a little and I glued it down. That is the first thing I did. This is so easy. Just trust me. I know that it looked complicated. It looked like it took forever. It really did not. The longest part of it is just letting everything dry. So I glue it on. After taking off the lid, I glued it upside down, and then I painted the whole thing white. I did 2 different types of these. One is more of a candy gingerbread thing, which is theme, which is this one, and then you saw just a moment ago the more traditional type of gingerbread house. So you could really do the possibilities are endless. If you don't have gingerbread going on in your house and you have peppermints, you could make a red and white one and covered in peppermints. It's the possibilities are endless. You can make even a cute Grinch one. Like, you can literally do anything. So I am using some acrylic paint. I actually experimented and I did 2 of these. One was with white spray paint and the other one was with acrylic paint. I prefer the acrylic paint. It did take me a couple of coats, but I just like the way it looked after, so I would recommend acrylic paint. And again, in this whole video, you will see me using apple barrel paints. There will always be apple barrel paints from Walmart, not from Dollar Tree. I know it does say Dollar Tree, but you know, it's just cheaper. It's just cheaper to get it from Walmart because they're like 59-69 cents. Now, I've already got my painting done. I took a little bit of foam board and just cut out a little arch for the doorway. And here I am just adding a few things. I wanted it to be really like icing fluffiness around the border of the door. So just to achieve that, I simply took some pipe cleaner, but it still wasn't fluffy enough for me. So I ended up adding some puffy paint around it on top of the door. Again, this is just how I did mine. There is literally no wrong way to do this. You can do whatever you want, any colors you want, any additions to it you want. On the top, after all my paint is dry, I just took this little foam egg that I happen to have laying around. You can put anything in between there just to dummy up the middle of what is going to be our spackle icing topper. This way it won't fall, and you're also using less spackle this way, so you save some money. You can get your spackle from Dollar Tree, but I would recommend the brand that I just showed you, which you can get from Walmart. It is a bit more, but the way it goes on, the way it pipes on, is just smooth. I love it. Add a little bit of white paint to your spackle just to make sure it dries really bright white, or if you want it pink or whatever other color, just add a little bit of acrylic paint into it and mix it up. I put it in a piping bag, which you can also find at Dollar Tree, but mine that you see is from Walmart. And while it is wet, stick in your candies. Again, fake candies, you can find them at Amazon all year long. A lot of these, actually like 99% of the ones I do on this one came from Amazon. As you can see, all those different candies and stuff in there, those are from Amazon. So if you don't have any or you think you need some more, go check it out. Now, the same thing I said about the gingerbread cutout we did, put on your sprinkles and stuff first and then add your glitter. That way you don't have to struggle to get your glitter to or your sprinkles to stick in there. Just trust me. Put all your candies and your sprinkles first and then your glitter after. And this was so easy to do. I am absolutely obsessed. Here is the gingerbread one right next to it. Let me know if you want to know how I did the waffle pattern. But yeah, look at them. They're both different, but they're both gingerbread. I absolutely love them and I'm obsessed. Now this one took like absolutely no time. This was like a 5-minute project. Bamboo cutting board from Dollar Tree. Now I use my Cricut to make these words. If you don't have a Cricut, don't worry about it. Get some letter stickers, slap it on there. Then I thought that it needed a little bit more, so I just took this ribbon. Now this ribbon was not in the Christmas section at all, just some random ribbon from Hobby Lobby, but you can find some similar at Dollar Tree. And I did take a gingerbread girl and glue her on. You could do the same thing we did before and simply cut out a little one and glue it on there. It's really not a big deal, but that's what the point of this video is, stuff that you can find all year long. Now right here is my number one favorite. Remember I told you that the little house was my second favorite? This is number one. I'm absolutely obsessed with these trains, using a toilet paper roll, some crates from Dollar Tree, and a little birdhouse from Dollar Tree. It really takes, again, there's no wrong way to do this. I painted up my crates. I use my Cricut to make the words, but again, you can use letter stickers. And then I am adding glitter over everything because glitter makes everything better. Like bacon, you know, bacon makes everything taste better. Glitter makes everything look better. I truly believe that glitter is the bacon of the crafting world. I said what I said. You can't argue with me because I'm not wrong. So once I have everything glittered, I am simply going to decorate everything. Here is my other little candy thing. A lot of that stuff is from Hobby Lobby, but like I said before, you can find a ton of things similar on Amazon. So if you don't have anything like this in your stash, you will definitely be able to find it. Here is the little birdhouse for the front locomotive, and there's no wrong way to do this. I like to use these little Jenga blocks on the opposite side of it, just to save on the fake candies. I personally only ever show one side of my train, so you're not going to see the other side that I have the Jenga blocks on. But if yours is, you know, you've got yours where you can see both sides, just use the candy on both. But I save candy by doing it this way, and nobody's moving it around. You can't see the other side, so it doesn't really matter to me. But again, this is just another project where you don't have to go searching for a bunch of Christmas stuff. It is very easy to do at any time. I did a Valentine's Day one this year that I absolutely love. So it's a lot of fun, and again, absolutely no wrong way to make this. So this is always my favorite part, using the puffy paint to make what looks like icing drips and adding the candies and the sprinkles and of course the glitter. I absolutely love how this turned out. I love it every time I make one of these. They're just so cute, and you can do them for any season, any holiday. The possibilities, just like every other craft in this video, are completely endless. So once I finish the main part of the train, I like to make a matching stand. Right here I'm just using a clean, dry paintbrush just to brush off any excess sprinkles and glitter. I made these two crates look like the train. I colored them to match. And then I'm taking these two just plain crates and gluing them together as well, just to give my stand a little height. And I love to use this on my hot cocoa bar. I put little candies in there, some treats, hot cocoa packets, whatever. But this is how it turns out, and I am completely obsessed. Now this last one, as I said in the beginning of this video, is not gingerbread. It absolutely could be. I do have a video on a gingerbread house like this, but I thought I'd give y'all a little something different from the gingerbread in this video. I am going to use these ugly little doll houses from Dollar Tree to make a really stunning ice palace. Little ice village. It is so cute. Now there are two different types of doll houses that you can get from Dollar Tree. However, in this video, I'm focusing on this one right here, but you will see the other one towards the end. But I took two of these and I'm going to break down both of them simply by taking off the frames and the door, the frames, the doors, and the windows, and they all pop out fairly easily. We're going to make a mansion by gluing two of these together, and with the one at the bottom, as you can see, I am just using some shears to cut that little lip off. That way I have more of a flatter surface and can glue these two together.
Everything will be okay, 'cause all I wanna do is
And by the way, my apologies for just kind of disappearing. I am a full-time writer. I write romance novels, steamy romance novels. That's what I do most of the time. I don't craft nearly as often as I would like to, but please stick around because I do some cute stuff, okay? So moving on, I glued everything together and I spray painted them. And like I said, that other house did make an appearance. And once they were all dry, spray paint is definitely the way to go. It is quick and easy, and it does dry very well onto the plastic. I am using a silver because I just wanted a bit of a silver background on these, the trims, the doors, the door frames, the windows, because I didn't want it to just be all white. I did want to have a bit of a shimmer. And I end up using some holographic silver glitter to get more of a shine. Now here is where we make it look like an ice house. I have kosher salt. You can use any type of coarse salt. This is what I found at Dollar Tree. I could not find Epsom salt. I've seen people use Epsom salt, but I couldn't find it. But you know what? Kosher salt worked perfectly. But I like to add a little bit of this clear glitter because it just is far more shiny than just the salt all by itself. You can add iridescent, which I also ended up doing. And it just gives it the prettiest shimmer. I absolutely love it. A little bit of glitter with your Epsom salt or sea salt or kosher salt like I have here, it does not matter. And like I said, I got that giant bottle at Dollar Tree, so it wasn't a lot, and I still have a ton of it left over from last year. I cannot wait to break it back out and do another one of these. Now you can see that my frames are all dry, so I'm gonna pop them in place. And what I actually ended up doing after I started popping them in place, I decided I wanted to do the glitter. Then I actually forgot that I was going to do it, and then I was like having to go back and redo everything. So if you decide you want to glitter your frames, it's easier if you do it before you pop them back on. Just so you know, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't make things harder on yourself like I always seem to do. But all I did was paint them with Mod Podge and sprinkle the glitter onto them. And now, and here's the other house. Like I said, it was going to pop back up. I simply use Mod Podge. It doesn't have to be gloss Mod Podge because you're going to cover it in the salt and glitter anyway. This one was completely white. I actually think I only did the silver on the big house because that was like the focal point. But you just put on a ton of the Mod Podge. Don't let it, make sure you're spreading it out thinly. You don't want, big globs of it because it will just not dry properly. And then just sprinkle it on. Just look, I got my little chip cup and I'm just sprinkling it on. Make sure, pro tip, make sure you have something under your project when you're doing this, or really any project you're doing. That way you can catch all that glitter, because glitter, you don't want to just waste glitter. Make sure you catch it and then you can stick it back in the container and use it all over again later. I also ended up needing to use this dotting tool just to clean out some of the holes because they were getting a little hidden because of all the glue that got caught into the little nooks and crannies. And here I am just taking the papers and putting them back into my little cup. Now I got this mirror from Dollar Tree. Now these fairy lights are not from Dollar Tree, but you can find fairy lights at Dollar Tree. Mine are from Amazon, but you can find them at Dollar Tree if you want to. And I had this spider web stuff from Halloween, also from Walmart. But again, you can also find this at Dollar Tree. You can use polyfill. It does not matter. You can use some stuffing out of an old pillow. It's not a big deal. This is what I just happened to have. And I really wanted to make a beautiful mirror stand for this. Check these out. They're so pretty. They only needed a little bit of time to dry. It didn't take very long. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. I love all of these because you can literally make them at any time of year. You don't have to try to track down anything Christmas related specifically. All of these can be made using things you find randomly at Dollar Tree. Super easy to do. They're very beginner friendly. Let me know which one is your favorite. You already know my favorite, but let me know your favorite in this video, and let me know if you're gonna try any of these. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.